Okay, Adam, the Can-Do Man, is back on the show, part 2. We had a little technical difficulties the other day, so this podcast is split into 2. So we're going to talk how we can do better with Adam.
Yes. That's great. And I got to say, people call me the can-do kid, not the can-do man.
Yeah, not
But you can
candy,
call
but
me,
can do.
right. You can call me whatever you want. I'm just, I just wanted to throw that out there. Can-do, the can-do kid.
The can-do, it's awesome. So I really want to dive into the transition into keto and how you feel doing the keto diet, what made you we went into why you switched and how you transitioned. Because I think getting started to switching to low carb, keto, carnivore, nutrient rich, whatever you want to call it, Dr. Ken Berry calls it the proper human diet. So I'm going to start calling it that because I hate keto, the word saying just keto or carnivore. I just like to eat real food. So the proper human diet is a transition for a lot of people. You know, I work with clients, helping them figure out how to become fat adapted, help them balance their blood sugar. But it's not just nutrition, it's working on the sleep and the stress. And what you're so good at is finding positive mindset, happiness, joy, laughter into our life every day, because that mindset helps us feel better, make better choices, and sleep better. So I call it the holistic method, that all these elements impact the other and help us make good food choices. So talk about your relationship with food and how it was a transition, easy or hard for you, that you went from eating the standard American processed food, high carb, sugary diet to eating more real healthy fats and proteins.
That's a great question. I love to answer it. And just thinking back on it, it was, I'm not going to lie to you, it was tough. It was really tough. But it got to the point where I was so proud of myself for the work that I had done in the pool. I'm like, I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't try to lose weight. And it really wasn't about like, man, let's just go keto because I heard about it. Like I literally just got off carbs and sugar slowly. And I tell people this all the time. There's no book or anything. There's no like, I got to follow the rules to the T. You just got to do what's right for you, And I literally just started like 2 days a week, just, or 1 day a week, maybe I'd have carbs. And then I just got on a roll and I just saw the success. And I was so disciplined because it actually worked. Like it worked. And I was so proud of myself that I actually did it. Because as confident as I am and as loving as I am, I'm my toughest critic. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have the same mindset that I have. But I just went out there and did it, and I was so disciplined. Disciplined. And you have to be that way. There's a time when you just say, you know what, damn it, I'm going to do it. And so what if you fail? So what if you have a cheat day?
Well, do you have any suggestions to people, though? I know a lot of people struggle. Like I have some people I'm working with now that they just are so hard on themselves. So if they, fail in their mind one day, that they just say, throw the towel in and screw it, I'm just going to go back to sugar. So it's like the devil's on one shoulder, eat me, the white sugar. Then on the other shoulders, the angels saying, protein, fat, feel good, eat me. And there's this battle in our mind when we have that addictive relationship to sugar and how to get that dopamine rush, but how to break through that carb addiction is so hard for people when we're so type A driven, ambitious people. That what would you suggest that are some tips to get through that?
I just said, you know what? I'm going to start early in the morning with the keto lifestyle. I'm going to start every day like it's a new day. And I'm going to really, that's it. There's no like secrets. I always use the morning as a reset. I always did. Always. And it just felt good to lose the weight. So I wanted to do it. Like I felt great. And I wanted to keep going. But I totally get it. And it's normal to feel that way. And listen, you gotta nobody's perfect. Okay. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna want that sugar. Anybody that tells me, they're straight, whatever, I'm glad for you and it's great. But the majority of the people are like me who struggle with it, And so what I did a lot was when I was hungry, I would drink lots of water and I would chew gum. Like that would just distract my mind from being hungry. I don't know if the gum is keto, but it didn't matter. It worked.
Yeah. So do you drink plain water or were you drinking fizzy water? I find like I've been salting my water. I've been making tea. I just made some turmeric herbal tea, then poured it over ice and I add a bunch of Redmond sea salt in it. And that usually helps a lot, especially when you call it the keto flu, that we don't have enough electrolytes in it. But sometimes it's just we need minerals, electrolytes in our water.
You know what? That's a great call, and I probably should be doing it. I'm not. I just drink regular water, and just
Yeah.
like I need to pound water more. Like
Well, I don't, I'm a thing. My thing I always say, I'll say this to you, more is not better. It's more that, I'll go the bathroom, you pee all the time if you just drink plain water. If you want to actually hold on and hydrate your water, we need electrolytes in the water. So I'm not just drinking plain water to replace what we lose because we don't sweat out. The saying is we don't sweat out water, we sweat out electrolytes. So, using LMNT or Relight, or I just put Redmond sea salt. I've been just like piling it on my food and putting it in my water and drinking that. So that helps a lot in the beginning too.
Right. That's a great idea. And so I just right there, I've learned a lot. I just, you know, I, but back then I didn't know anything, and I just drank water and I did what I did.
So if you had to cheat, like you created Keto Chris trying to find some treats probably, but what before you created Keto Chris, if you have like people struggle, they have that sweet tooth, and we want to ideally switch to savory and not crave sugars. Cause I think even if we have sugar, we still are training the brain that I need sugar. But what did you do to overcome having those sugar cravings that you said, just have more protein and fat? But did you have any little tricks?
To be quite frank, I just said no. I'm not going to do it. Period. I wish I had, but that's why. That's one of that is why we created Keto Chris, because I would walk down the aisle and I would try stuff. And guys, this is no disrespect to any brand out there. Everybody hustles. They do their great job, and I give props to everybody. But we just wanted to do it a little bit different. And the reason why I'm fat or was fat is because I love food and I love to try different things. And so I knew that there was an opportunity at least to try to come up with these 3 flavors. And we did, and everybody loved them. And that's why we have the business that we do today, because we're focused on what the customers say. It's not what I want or what we want as a business. It's what customers want. And I know that's getting off of the keto, our topic here, but that's just how we came to if you would have told me 4 years ago, we'd be in the bar business, have all the success. The success is because we have so many incredible customers.
Yeah. And I told you the other day, I said, that's kind of what Lululemon, the brand, got so big. Side tip or trivia, I was the first ambassador for Lululemon in the US. And because my uncle lived down the street from them in Vancouver, Canada, because I'm from Canada originally. And anyways, their philosophy to grow their brand was listening to the customers. So if people bought clothes and said, I really like the shirts like this or the pants like that. It's kind of same with your product. I think the secret to success for companies to grow is actually listening to the consumer who's buying the product, what they want. So I wish, I guess it's good for you that other companies don't do that. But I think that's a secret tip to build a product is listening to the consumer, what they want.
I'm smiling because you couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, we are a customer service company first. Mm-hmm. We're a bar company second. The bar is just a platform for us to be able to inspire, to share the story, whatever it is, whatever your can-do story is. We talked about this off air. You told me about your can-do story and I shared mine. And, everybody's got a can-do story. And it just so happens we have a great tasting product. And I will tell you that everything we do is and I know taste is subjective, but, again, we're just fortunate to be able to, have that. We'll always have that mentality of listening to customers. That's why God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth.
I haven't heard that. That's probably a good one to share with that. So I think it's can do that. It goes with being switching to fat adapted keto lifestyle for athletes of all levels that we talked at the keto low carb athlete. But I think it's realizing that you can do it and transitioning from the standard American high sugar carb addicted lifestyle to more of a fat burning individual. It's that transition we're talking about that's really challenging, but you're talking about the mindset part of it. Like you were determined, and you have to be motivated and driven to stick through that tough first week or 3 weeks. Like I have a client, I said, this could take 3 months, but don't give it in. I think it's that can-do mindset that your business is built on and your way of living to fight through having cerebral palsy, that you're not any different. We all have those roadblocks in our head, those negative self-talk that we need to overcome.
Right. And it's okay to have that. We all have that. We're human, and I just, I saw the success that I was having in the pool, and I was like, man, if I did this for my diet, the sky's the limit. Just do it. No excuses. And it's okay if you don't fail, but it's okay if you fail, but you never know until you try. I moved, we're going off here, but we grew up in Michigan. My parents always encouraged me to go somewhere warm to go to school. I couldn't pick a further place than Arizona. And I just said every day, I said, you know what, we're going to give it our best. And you know what, if it doesn't work out, what's the worst thing that could happen? You go back home and you live with mom and dad. And mom and dad were the greatest people are the greatest people in the world. So it's not that bad. And my parents had bought a plane ticket that they could use anytime they wanted. They never in 5 years had to use it as an emergency. Never. Because I just found a way. Yeah. And you can find a way. And we're going to fall. And I had tough days. We all have tough days. But you got to just get after it.
Yeah. And I think that's switching our nutrition, because it is such a psychological, biochemical, neurochemical addiction just to food as it is alcohol or drug. And to break that carb sugar addiction for people, it is so challenging. But I think once you get over, that first hump is just like, freedom. And so once you became more the fat adapted into showing nutritional ketosis, were you feeling, mentally better? Like what was your change and how did you measure if you were in ketosis or did you not?
I never peed on the strip. I just knew that I was feeling better. I needed to answer the question for myself. I told you, I'm not a keto guru. I follow the diet. I follow the lifestyle. You're the one that knows the technical aspects of it. And you guys, Deb knows her stuff. But what motivated me was just my ability to say, wow, I can do this. As confident as I am, I surprised my own damn self.
Yeah. So do you do eating?
Hold on. Say that again. You broke up.
I know my speaker keeps switching. I keep hitting something. Sorry. Do you eat more of a low carb, higher? I keep switching. Are you eating more protein and fat now regularly, or do you have a cheat day, or how do you kind of make it more sustainable way of life?
I guess it's because I've been doing it for so long that your body just gets used to it. I mean, I also think for me, exercise is a big part. And, I would encourage that to anybody. Just get out there and exercise a little bit. But on the diet, it's just, I'll have my steak and I'll have,
Let me push pause. All right. Sorry about that. I had a little blip here. Now, do you find it sustainable? Is it kind of natural way to eat more fat and protein and keep your carbs low? Or do you cycle and kind of what Ben Azadi calls keto flex, that you're in and out of ketosis?
I just try to stay away from carbs and sugars as much as possible. And that's what I do. And I try to look at, just minimize the carbs and sugars for me. And it works. Mm-hmm. And just, again, drink lots of water. And, again, I just stay away from the breads and, all the sugars and try, I eat a lot of red meat, probably too much red meat. I worry to be honest with you, I worry about the cholesterol a little bit. Do you get that a lot?
Yes. And I just had clients ask me that. It's like, wow, how can I eat all this meat and fat and be, how's that healthy? I go, how is it healthy to have cereal and bread and all the packaged processed
Correct.
foods?
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
So what's your answer to that?
Well, I send Dr. Ken Berry his great videos, and I just interviewed I just went blank, but the carnivore guys, and they've done a lot of research, and I have lots of links I send people to give them the doctors, because I'm
Right.
just a health practitioner, but I can say, here's what the doctors are saying. Here's what the research. So they actually have research on this, that it's not bad for you and it's not going to cause heart disease. Inflammation causes heart disease from insulin resistance causing inflammation. Try high triglycerides, and eating the high carb foods, the high refined sugars and vegetable oils. That's more the trigger for health issues. Insulin resistance is where it starts if you look at Dr. Ben Bigman's research. So I just kind of send him links to prove that, hey, I'm not a doctor, but here, these guys are. Listen to them.
Exactly. And you know what? I will tell you, I used to be on all those kind of heart, like medications, blood pressure. I'm off all of those now.
Great. I was going to ask that.
Yeah, I'm off all those, which is great. Like I know that cholesterol runs in the family and it's hereditary. So I got to be careful, and I get it checked all the, 4 months, and it's all good.
Yeah. And people forget that cholesterol is not evil. It's a precursor to all of our sex hormones. So we need cholesterol. People think, again, less is better to have it too low, and not have the good balance. So it's good to have those healthy fats, because all of our cell membranes are made of fat and are looking at a brain health and all that. So your inflammation and markers improved, your blood chemistry markers, you test probably
Yes.
when you do everything improved after you changed your diet.
Yes, because I literally lost 50 pounds. 50.
And how long did that take you?
Probably 2 years.
And then
I'd like to show you before and after. It's like literally I ate myself.
that's awesome. Did you exercise along this in your pool exercise and any strength training?
Literally every day I was in the pool. Every day with my man Gabe. Gabe is the greatest. In fact, he moved to Miami a couple months ago, so I haven't had a consistent swim guy for since September 1st, and he's back in town visiting, so I get to get in the pool with him, and he's literally like my sensei. He was the guy that said, Adam, you got to do this, and I believed in him, and I trusted him, and we both took a leap of faith. And anytime that I can bring his name up and talk about Gabe, he's incredible.
We all need people like that in our lives. They're important people to have.
Yep.
So how's the other lifestyle habits? I always like to work with my clients on their stress management tips and their sleep. As you change the way you are eating, did your lifestyle habits improve and your sleep hygiene routine? Did you feel like your quality of sleep improved through the night?
Most definitely. Everything improved when I started losing the weight and getting into that routine. And I can say no question, all those things that you bring up, sleep, stress, everything, because I was such on this euphoric high, because I was in the pool every day. I was losing weight. I was with my brother. I was out here in California. The weather's great, just a lot of things were going right. And not that things weren't going right before, but it was just like, man, this is really coming together.
Yeah.
So, but I do think, Debbie, a lot of it was with diet. I think that it gave me a lot of confidence, and with confidence, you're able to handle stress and things that come up in life a lot easier.
Yeah. So I think that's a big part of the can-do philosophy, is having confidence and self-esteem and empowerment to overcome those challenges that come your way. If it's carb addiction and not being able to break that relationship up with sugar right away, but pushing through it and committing to something and believing it and having a sense of purpose and, discovering what your why is, I think is essential for longevity and improving the aging process.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you.
So is it more of a, like you said on your notes, I always say this, but it's not a diet. It's just a way of life. When people say they're doing the keto diet, I'm like, no, it's not. Like my mom asked a few months ago, how do I explain how you eat? And I said, real food. It's not a diet. It's just what we're supposed to eat. So how do you explain, you're not on a diet, but is this just the way you live? And this is how you operate. And this is a lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, uh, it's really a lifestyle. I didn't look at it as a diet. I actually looked at it like I was teaching my body a new language. Like we learn English, we learn Spanish. I'm learning a diet. Again, I slipped up and say diet. It's a eating language.
Yeah, I like that.
And
You're learning a new language.
you know, and that's honestly how I felt. Like I'm learning a new language because I didn't know, Debbie. And again, I've said this earlier on the podcast. It's not like I'm a snack eater 5 times a day. I'm going to the cookie jar. I can't even reach the cookie jar. So it wasn't even an option for me, even if I wanted to. I'm not a snacker. I just ate whatever, when you go to a restaurant, you have a slice of pizza, you try a piece of pasta, you try, whatever. And it was just like, no, I'm losing weight. I'm feeling great. This is what I'm doing. And boom, I had the results.
Yeah, I think that's hard for, just people need to remember that it's a process, it's a journey.
Yes.
And
100.
it's not going to be instant success. You have to work at it. It's not like some magic pill you take and you're going to drop
Right.
50 pounds. You actually have to do the work, which is why I think so many people in our country are overweight and fighting with obesity, is because they don't want to put the work in, because this does take choices we make.
Right. And it's hard. It's hard. And listen, just because I do it doesn't mean somebody else has to do it. Like I respect everybody. If they're obese, if they're thin, whatever. I'd love to hear everything. And we are all not perfect. I'm going to have a cheat day. I'm going to, eat things I shouldn't eat. But as a whole, I follow that diet or the language, and I believe in it. I really do. It worked. It really works. But you got to want to do it, and nobody else can force you. But we can support and be positive. And it's not a contest. It's not like, just do you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can do you. So what do you find is a great way to get people to make the change into what they're eating to be more fat burning individual? Like what are some tips you want to give people to get started?
The biggest thing that I would do is set realistic expectations. Don't say I'm going to go cold turkey right away. That's unrealistic. Just say, you know what, maybe 2 days a week, I'm not going to eat carbs and sugars. Just small steps. That's it. Because I want you to build success. I don't care what the doctors say. I don't care what the literature says. Just do you. Start small. Say, you know what, I'm going to do 1 day a week and celebrate the wins. Celebrate the wins. That's it. Just celebrate the wins. There's no timetable. Just celebrate the wins.
Good.
Period.
And then what about, lifestyle wise to help get your mind right? How do you start your day to make it the best day ever?
When Gabe was here and I had a swimming coach every day, like that would be the first thing that I do is get in the pool. And because of work and other challenges and being on the road, it's been challenging for me to get that work in the pool. Now I could do it, and I will do it, and I need to do it. I need to check myself. But that's what I would do. Like I would do some sort of exercise in the morning, and I would do, some kind of activity. I don't care what it is, moving my arms, picking my legs up, doing fake jumping jacks in my chair. Just do something for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just do something, because we want to add more movement throughout the day. Is better to do that than just do 30 minutes of exercise in the morning and then do nothing the rest of the day. It's best to have little movement snack breaks throughout the day. Don't do eating snacks, but movement snacks.
Right. That's okay too if you have a snack. You gotta. I get what you're saying, but I don't want people to beat themselves up.
Mindful.
I don't. Right. Mindful. And you can use a keto crisp bar because it's 100% keto. It tastes great, and so there. Or there's a lot of great snacks out there.
I know, but I love the new, what's the butter and
The
salt.
but yeah, the butter and salt guys. I got to tell you, I had one the other day, and hold on.
Oh, you're coming back. It is
Okay, I'm
so
coming.
good.
Yeah, I because of our own success, we've been sold out of a lot of products. I mean, a lot of bars. So I know how good the bar tastes. But there was a whole caddy of butter and salt, and I was just like, man, this bar is just so good. Like it is so good, guys. And I'm just excited to share and just try it. I mean, just
Is it best to buy it on the website, or where can people go buy your product?
wherever you guys shop, we've got it on our website, www.tastecando.com. It's on Amazon. You can type in Keto Crisp, or if you Google just the word Can Do, Cando, it comes up. You can write Can Do Keto Bar, and I'm going to give you a discount code for 25% off. And
Ooh.
you got to click. You got to click on. You got to click off the subscription button. The subscription is if you want a box or a flavor every month or every 2 months, we could send it to you and you get 15% automatically, but no other discount code works. Or you can do a one-time purchase, which I would recommend, and use Adam Can Do at checkout, either on Amazon or on our website, or if you shop at Whole Foods, Sprouts, or any other grocery store in your area. And of course, you can always email me at adam@ketocrisp. I love, as you guys can tell, love people. So I would welcome you to fill up my inbox. Everybody on my team's like, Adam, it's crazy. You can't do that to everybody. But I don't care. I love it. I
I
would
love that.
I
That's great.
I would even give out my cell phone number, and I'm happy to do that, but I won't. But if you email me and you want my cell phone number, I may just call you because I'm not the best typing guy in the world, but I love to talk. So
Yeah.
I will say this as we end. I'm so grateful because there's so many products out there in the market, and for you to give us a chance means everything to me. And it goes back to when I was 5 years old. And I'm so grateful for everybody to give me an opportunity that I just want to pay it back and pay it forward, whatever you call it. I'm so grateful. And I can't thank you enough, Debbie, and your listenership and all your fans out there. And it's just awesome.
Well, if people are in the video, I've had a genuine smile the whole time we've podcasted because this guy just makes me happy. And I saw them at Expo West Natural Product Show, and I was already using the bar because it was my go-to bar for bike rides. And because they taste amazing and it's great little dessert if you want something desserty. But I saw you in the aisle and your team was like, you got to meet Adam. And I was just, you're an amazing person. So I'm sure everyone comes across you and just, you make an impact in everyone's life. So don't stop, keep it up. You can do it. And you keep inspiring people to make that positive change in their life to make it a better world.
Well, thank you. You guys inspire me to do what I do. So the feeling is really mutual. And I don't, I'm just so thankful and I just am grateful for the time and just grateful to be interviewed and ask these questions. And I just really appreciate it.
And where are you going to any conferences this year? I know you're going to some food shows. You have to look out for my
Yeah,
husband,
yeah.
Neil.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you about Neil. Actually, starting June 7th, I'm going to be in UNFI show, which for those that want to know, UNFI is one of the largest distributors in the world for food. And so we'll have a booth there at the UNFI show. And then directly from there, we go to KE, which is another distributor that's in Chicago. And then directly from there, I'm going to SproutsCon, and that's a trade show for all Sprouts vendors. And so we're in Sprouts and just very excited to meet everybody in person there. We've all been locked up for COVID for however long we've been. And then, so I'm on the road for the next 14 days, but I love being on the road. I've never done 3 cities in 6-7 days. So it's going to be nuts. But I told my caregiver this morning, I said, Glenn, let's be ready, baby. We got to do this. So we're hitting the road. We're excited. We're honored, and we're ready to go. So
Awesome.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Good. Well, enjoy it. We thank you for what you're doing, and we'll see you along the way.
You guys email me, give me a shout out. Listen, I love you all. Please use that discount code. I want you guys really to try the bars. It would mean a lot. And I love your email. So go use Adam Can Do for the discount, and whatever you need, I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much.
Great.